G'day everybody, Chris Farhi here from the Bayleys Insights team. I'm down at Bayleys in Tauranga today, catching up with Jon O'Connor around what's happening with the local housing market. So kia ora, Jon.
Kia ora, Chris.
Yeah, thanks for having me down here.
Good to have you.
So local housing market, like what's going on down here?
It's still positive. Yeah, we've obviously the last couple of years have been good for real estate, and while we've got some changes happening in the market and a few challenges, we're still finding that there's some good results happening, for our clients. So yeah, we're reasonably optimistic about the year ahead.
Yeah, cool. And so the challenges, I guess, on paper the headwinds are rising interest rates and more recently the triple CFA. Are those sort of factors coming into the market, or is Tauranga a little bit different?
Yeah, look, it's triple CFA has had somewhat of an impact. But it just seems for us at the moment with the properties that we're helping our clients sell, they're at the higher end. So that's still performing quite well, because typically the purchasers of those properties maybe don't need to rely on debt. Little bit wealthy maybe. Yeah. Or they've got really good relationships with their lenders or with their banks, so they're able to overcome any of those hurdles due to the relationships or the business relationships they might have. So we've found that top end's gone pretty well, but no doubt those properties where we might have your first, second home buyers and whatnot, has meant that a few of them have been had the handbrake pulled on for a period of time.
Yeah, that would make sense, and I guess hopefully the triple CFA changes that were recently announced will help to resolve a lot of those issues, so everyone can kind of move ahead, which would be great. Now, walking around the CBD earlier, a couple of apartment developments on the go, the massive development above Farmers, what's going on there?
The Elizabeth Towers, look, that's going to be fantastic for the city. That's been a long time coming, and it's been great to watch it come out of the ground and to the stage that it's in at the moment. That's going to breathe a bit of life into the residential market, I think, here in Tauranga, for a couple of reasons, in that we've got 120 odd apartments and townhouses in that complex coming online that will be ready to go, and I know that there's a lot of people that are very keen to get through there and potentially look at moving in because they're downsizing or wanting a bolt hole or whatever it might be. So that's going to be good and change inner city living, and then typically they'll have places to sell, and if they are downsizing, then they're going to be coming off bigger properties, and we're going to need to be helping them find a solution so that they can.
I think that's very exciting, having the product actually available to sell rather than completely sold off the plans, because I think there'll be a lot of people that will just jump on that opportunity to downsize into something pretty cool and some nice retail below, which is very exciting. And so then shooting over to the Mount, what's happening in the Mount market at the moment?
Yeah, look, the Mount market is also travelling well. My patch is over here in Tauranga, but Linda looks after the coastal strip. But I know from talking to her only recently that they've still got a lot of demand for those waterfront properties, those beachfront properties, or anything that's in close proximity to the beach is keenly sought after.
And is that primarily like your Auckland buyers? You sort of hear on paper, all these crazy Aucklanders coming in?
Yeah, a lot of people coming in from out of town, there's no doubt. I guess if you had a choice of where you wanted to live and you've got an affinity to the ocean, then no better place than Mount Maunganui or Papamoa. But a lot of people locally as well that maybe want to move from Tauranga over to the Mount, or maybe they're in the Mount and they want to move further down to the Mount or further down towards Papamoa or closer to the beach. So there's all sorts of dynamics happening over there. For them, while we've had sort of an increase of stock here in Tauranga, they haven't really probably enjoyed those properties coming to the market. So over this side you've probably got more choice. Over there, not so much. So that's keeping the prices at a good level.
That's super interesting. And what's the outlook like for 2022? Like, is it a repeat of 21 or?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to replicate 20 and 21. Look, I think things will just cool off a little bit. As I said, there's more choice for buyers. There's potentially fewer buyers as well. So that, I guess, that real urgency and rush and pressure that people were feeling the last couple of years to buy has come off a little bit. We're seeing a lot more deals being done where people have got properties to sell. Prices are still being, maintained, really good values. But everyone's able to take more time to do their due diligence, or get their house onto the market, get it sold, and then move in a timely fashion without having to compete aggressively and really change their life completely just so that they can get right into it. So
that's a really interesting comment, right? Because people look at the last 2 years, and one of the standout things has just been property selling through auction, unconditional buyers.
Sight unseen.
Yeah, sight unseen.
Yeah.
And then, so now that there's potentially an opportunity for some of these conditional buyers who need a bit more time, or I guess they don't want to sort of run and gun straight into an auction to be able to take some opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, there's a level of understanding there if you're on both sides, right? Because if you're wanting to move, you don't know what your next move is. But if everyone has the same mentality that, well, look, let's just take a step back, I want to move here, I need someone to buy my place, we're all in the same boat here, let's see if we can, get around the table. And that's where I guess, we come in terms of sitting down and seeing if we can connect people and let everyone, reach their property goals. So be a little bit more of that, less fervour in the auction room, although auction's still going really good, but probably a little bit more sitting down and saying, well, how do we help you with your next move?
Oh, super interesting. So it sounds like it's going to be an exciting year ahead, and I think a very interesting year. So, so look, with that said, we'll wrap it up here. Thanks very much, Jon, for taking out some time to have a chat with me. As always, if you do want to learn a little bit more about what's happening in the local market, you're totally welcome to reach out to Jon or any other crew at Bayleys in Tauranga. I'm sure they'd be super happy to chat. So we'll wrap it up here. Thanks very much, Jon.
That's great. Cheers, Chris.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Cool.